You might get accidentally pregnant if you don't understand your cycle. I'm Andrea, I teach you how to read your body and understand your hormones. This is your menstrual cycle. It might look complicated, but let's break it down. This right here is your menstrual phase. This is when you bleed. From day 1 of your period up until ovulation right here is called your follicular phase. Once you ovulate, the rest of your cycle until your period over here is the luteal phase. So we'll loop right back over. In reality, you can't get pregnant your entire cycle. You can only get pregnant ovulation and 5 days before ovulation day. That's because sperm can stay alive in cervical mucus up to 5 days. Your body does something really cool when it's working up to ovulation, and that you'll start to notice that increase in cervical mucus. That represents that your estrogen is high. See that little blue line there? That's estrogen. Once there's a swift rise in estrogen, that yellow line, LH, is going to spike up, and that's what you can test on those OPKs. So that happens, ovulation occurs, and the release of the egg from the follicle happens. This new empty follicle transforms into something called the corpus luteum, which makes progesterone for the remainder of the cycle. And that's what that little green line is. At the end of the cycle, once they both drop off, you get your period. If you don't get your period, you're pregnant. Knowing where you are in your cycle, you can then plan a pregnancy or prevent a pregnancy. Because once ovulation happens in this area, you can't get pregnant. I wouldn't use this method if you're just relying on an app, but if you actually confirm ovulation using your cervical mucus, your basal body temperature, or your cervical position, then you can go ahead and do what you want to do. Now, the follicular phase that we discussed earlier, that's a bit more difficult, so you really need to pay attention to your cervical mucus biomarkers, because this is our fertility time, and this is where you can get pregnant. Some of you have very short menstrual cycles, so you might be ovulating more over here, so you have to be careful on your period as well. Some of you have very long menstrual cycles, so ovulation isn't occurring properly and it's getting delayed and delayed, so therefore you're still in a fertile time. I've been using these methods to track my own cycle and prevent pregnancy for the past few years now, and now I'm creating a course to teach you guys how to do it too. So if you want to learn more, get the free guide in my bio. It's like a free intro to the course, and then you can also DM me if you have any more questions.